You are listening to the Law Enforcement Pirate Radio Network. Radio Free Larry presiding.
You can run, but you can't hide.
Radio Free Larry.
All right, how's everyone doing on this fine Saturday? Am I right? Did I get the day right? Yes, I did. It was very nice that the Norman PD was open on Saturday, and the only issue being is that on the website I would have believed that you were open every day till 7. And maybe you are, but you're not open to the public. So, and that's not that bad considering the service was great and I didn't show up after hours. So again, somebody could be open 24 hours and not provide the appropriate service and appear that they're somebody better than somebody else, but yet not be. And that's one of Satan's tricks. So we have this IMC credit services in Indianapolis. And it may be that they're all doing the same scam. They don't have information about the account, and that causes them not to mail you an account number so that when you become desperate like I am, my car's breaking down, I have to move, things have to happen in my life, and there's this credit theft. And it is a credit theft occurrence. There's no way I was anywhere near there for the last 8 years or so. But Experian has somehow now rated it a valid debt. Now, there's a problem with that right off the bat. I was never allowed to submit evidence. So there's no process where I can do something through Experian. Now, I'm going to call them and see what they say. I'm going to explain the whole thing to them. I'm saying, look, I already disputed this in another bureau. They threw it on yours, and here I am a month and a half. My car's breaking down, 2 months. I have to get this thing cleared, so I call them. They've never mailed me anything. They represent that they mailed it to an address in Indiana. Don't know if they did that on purpose or they lied. However, what this is doing is giving them the opportunity to collect my personal information. We're all programmed within our credit cards that when we're asked for something, we give it. And of course, they're defrauding me, a victim of credit theft, being defrauded by a credit service that God will punish this planet for over and over again because I'm not the only one. Don't try to act like I'm the only one. Don't get your holier than thou, more is selfish mentality on, because it will increase the plagues and punishments for you, your families, your friends, your communities, your housing market, so on and so forth. So am I the only victim? No. I am a victim of credit theft, identity theft, and then the ICM, Indianapolis garbage, or IMC, whatever they're called, because I really don't want to know their name, and they should be thrown to hell today. What do? They add insult to injury and defraud me further. They defrauded me. They did not send me information about the account because they wanted to defraud me. And you sit in positions to protect the U.S. citizen from this in the Senate, in the House, in the presidency, in the executive branch of the state, federal, and local law enforcement entities, that the regulatory entities. And you care less. And you care less. That is why illegal immigrants are overrunning your country no matter what you do. Because you're only worrying about your little 4x4 foot square that you occupy with your overly important derrieres. And that's the reality. You're not going to get forward of anything. Even if I help you for the next 20 years and you implement my stuff and claim it being yours, you're still not going to get anywhere. Mexico's a mess. The Southwest is sold. Oklahoma's on its way. And you all think you're not going to hell for violating everything the scriptures told you not to violate, because you make everybody else look worse than you using psychological warfare, psychological torture, surreptitious drugging, using private sector and government intelligence agencies wholesale to murder and maim and disable and adulterate U.S. citizens. Because that's the reality of what's going on. That's the reality. Can you get it through your thick, useless skulls? Or have you been inundated with Nazism too long to figure out that you're going to hell and you're not a supreme race and you're nothing but a filthy rag below the filthy rags that the Bible speak about? So this is what the country is about: victimizing victims using systems that should be arrested and thrown in the darkest, deepest prison cell. But instead, they're living in gated communities while illegal immigrants run over everybody's mother, brother, and sister. Because you won't do what you're supposed to do. It's been like that for decades. Enjoy the golf club. Just enjoy it. You're not going to beat the cartels. They're going to take over your communities. Your children will be machine gunned in the street. Well, praise God in all that you do. Little future revelation there. That's what's going to happen. Your children will be machine gunned in the streets. Have fun, United States, because you're no longer with God. Praise God in all that you do. Praise God.
You are listening to the Law Enforcement Pirate Radio Network. Radio Free Larry presiding.
You can run, but you can't hide.